Hey folks, welcome back. Tonight we're continuing our Space Haven v14 first playthrough of Brutal Difficulty. Let's get started. Okay, let's see where we're at now. So we have a derelict ship in our sector here. We're taking on some water, which is good, and fertilizer. We've also got a little bit of energy scrap available. Here we have a green crystal, and I have my motor memory is set to Nebulous Fleet Command, so I keep trying to move the camera with the left mouse, and it's throwing me a little bit. But don't mind me. I'm gonna go back to normal speed here. We got a little bit of fixing to do of a damaged hyperdrive, it looks like. Let's check out our fundamentals. We got plenty of Hyperium, plenty of blue crystals, and we're running now on energy rods, keep in mind. So we actually have tons of energy. We could use some more tech blocks. We got lots of ice. So basically we're going to be able to survive for quite a while, but we'd like to get a couple more resources online in order to be able to build stuff. We do have the advanced assembler, so with enough time and the raw materials, which we do have, our industry should be able to catch up and we should be able to get some more tech blocks. So we have a solar flare here, however. I'm just noticing. So we probably want to get underway for that. I don't know that we necessarily need, there's anything we necessarily need here enough to merit sticking through a solar flare. So let's have Gordon head back to the ship here. Let's also take a look at our, we do also need to get the hyperdrive fixed. And I think there was a number of derelicts in this sector that we haven't explored yet, so we're going to want to make sure that we check those out. I'm going to undo this. Let's see. Trying to think who can fix the hyperdrive here. Let's have Saul do it. See what the durability is like. 7 out of 8, good. Okay, should be no big deal. And let's spin up the hyperdrive. Somebody has decided that they want to stay on the derelict. Okay, he's waiting for the... he's getting the shuttle now. Okay. Okay, hyperdrive's all warmed up, so we're just waiting for Gordon to get back on board with the shuttle. Okay, let's check out this derelict. I don't think we've looked at this one yet. We'll see in a second. It's kind of hard to keep track when there's so many derelicts close together in the same sector, especially if you take a 4 or 5 day hiatus in recording. Okay, let's see. And sure enough, this looks unexplored. Our away team is in fairly good shape. We have 2 shuttles now, so we actually can send Gordon as a second away team all on his own. Let's check his... he does have a good surrender chance, but he doesn't have good weapon skill, so it's going to be important to bring him with to get some experience so that he can eventually use a rifle or some other useful weapon like a submachine gun. Critical resources low, what is that? Water and hull blocks. I'm fine with those things. We may want to schedule a couple more jobs for water production as our ship is getting bigger here. Let's schedule a couple more if it's less than 2 and less than 3, and let's increase our threshold of production to like 8. I think that should be good. So now we have a lot of water production. We should probably also check our energy rod production and make sure that it's on par. Okay, that should be fine. Hopefully with 5 people this should be an easy clear. Knock on wood. Okay, we don't see any... what the heck? Oh, having a little bit of an issue with my chat overlay. Like, it won't go into the click-through mode, which means that I... Okay. Focus on what I'm doing here so we don't get eaten by aliens. Looks like we might be okay, though. Oh, okay. I spoke too soon. We got a nest. Crap. Okay, we're gonna have somebody open this door. I think it's gonna be... Gordon. Gordon! Go open this door. Okay, let's have Nadia move up over here a little bit. I want to be able to shoot through and get the eggs on the other side. That's what I'm thinking. There we go. Go ahead and get some target practice. Good man. Okay, beautiful. And we know that there's a big guy in there, so we gotta be a bit careful. There's an egg there. Okay. So far, we're okay. Let's try to get everybody into this hallway. Oh dear. Okay, well... we're gonna see what happens. This stupid chat thing is gonna get me killed. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can... Okay, I might not be able to see the chat for a minute as I wait for that to go away. Problem is, I have this pop up in the middle of my screen basically that creates an area that's unclickable, which is very annoying. It's just a bug with the transparent chat overlay that I'm using. I don't know if it's like trying to do an update or what. Okay, we got a couple bites there, but we did it. Shokakumaru has been explored. Undraft all these guys. Undraft both shuttles. Let's see, we got some good stuff here. So energy cells, those are going to be handy pretty soon as we get ready to bring our shields online. I think that's going to be like our next build. We've got some infra blocks, which are useful. Food is useful, and we have some other meat, which is maybe useful in the future, possibly for sale. There's a civilian ship coming in this sector, which is also nice. We probably need to give our crew a little bit of time to get caught up on industry tasks. We also have tech blocks already allocated for 2 logistics robots that are currently under construction. Everything except for the tech block is already available. If the Fortune's Favor here has some tech blocks, we're going to buy them. 13 tech blocks. Ooh, I like the sound of that. Right. 13 tech blocks means inexpensive tech blocks. That's maybe a little bit overboard. Okay, we're going to trade a unit of refined hyperfuel because we have plenty still. We can trade a couple units of... a unit of space food, not too much. They don't want plastic. We could trade them a couple whole blocks. Let's trade them 2 whole blocks. They also have raw chemicals available, so we could think about selling them some chemicals, but they're not really giving us a good price. And we'll sell this unit of human meat and fill the rest of the hold with biomatter. Okay, so that was that, and then we're gonna trade them a whole nother lot of biomatter. Pretty soon we gotta think about getting composters online, but we're not quite there yet. What are we doing on blue crystals? We're fine. We could think about getting energy blocks, but we actually have 4 already. So I think we're okay on that score. Maybe we'll pick up 1 of them. Okay. That should be really good. And I think this is where we're going to build our shield. Let's get the robots online first, and then we'll start the shield. Do we already have a shield console? We do not. So we have to make room for that somewhere. What we might do is move the research stations down a little bit, expand the hull, and do it that way. So I want the shields to be closer to the crew quarters, in case we need to get to them in a hurry. Environment condition, high body temperature. Okay, we need a little more ventilation in this room. Let's check the whole overall. Okay, we got an overall temperature issue in this quarter of the ship because we're in a radiation sector. So let's try to get that sorted. We're going to stick another thermal regulator in this corner. And then I think this is going to be a vent. Actually, we might want to make that a door later, so maybe I'll hold off on building a vent there. Oh, looks like we had an accident at the chemical refinery. Somebody fixed it, though. Okay, we still got one trade queued. We're still taking stuff off of the ship here. We did get all the energy scrap. Looks like we have 8 units of energy scrap, so we can start working on another blue crystal. The robots are about to come online. Pretty happy to see that. Let's make sure we're producing energy cells. That would be the optronics fabricator. Here we go. Let's make sure our energy cell production is up to like 3 instead of just 1. And we'll produce an extra 1 over super low. Okay, let's make sure we have enough pods for everybody. 5, 7 before we spend all of our tech blocks here. 4, 5, 7. Okay, we're good for now. Okay, that's enough for one more research station, which means we'll be able to fit another bridge station if we move this station down. We'll, of course, have to move that wall as well. I mean, we could actually have the shield generator in a different room if we wanted, but I want all the bridge stations to be together. I think it just makes more sense that way. This door is going to have to move slightly. Fortune Favor has left the sector. Well, we got what we needed from them. They were a good trading partner for us. We can start to build the wall here. Actually, we can relocate the wall, so we don't technically even need to build it. As soon as the door gets relocated, make that priority, then we can also move this. There we go. And we're missing a wall here. Okay, now we got room for a shield generator, or a shield console. Very good. We definitely don't have one somewhere else, right? Yeah, we would have put it, like, in here, probably. Yep. Okay, so 2 robots, that's just waiting on construction, so we can start allocating resources for this now. What are we doing on the Shikamaru here? We're actually done with this sector. We're going to give our crew a minute to get caught up because we've been taking on a lot of resources lately and there's a lot of industry tasks and things going around. So we don't want to stay here too long though because we are in a radiation sector still. We need to put some more thermal regulation in this corner of the ship over here. Let's put that here. Told us to work in a spacesuit here because of the high temperature. That's kind of unfortunate. Okay, so we actually have the shield console built, so we can actually get our first small shields online, which is very cool. It's not going to give us a lot of defense, but it's going to be enough to protect our grow beds from meteoroid strikes, and possibly to also help us out in the initial stages of an engagement, or to protect us a little bit from solar flares. We can put another small shield here if we want to. Let's see where our research is at. We actually we need to queue up more research. I haven't been paying attention to the research for a while. Shield generator, we can start working on that. I think the solar panel is going to help us out. I want to leave that in the queue since we're mostly done with it anyway. I don't think we need to worry about a scanner right now. I could think about going for the hyperdrive. We could go for weapons pretty soon. I forgot the new robots for salvage robots. It's going to be fun to watch them move around. Let's see. I think we need a medical bed. Let's also get the composter in the queue here. I think this is a pretty good order. Depending on how our ice supply goes, we might move the composter up in the list, but right now we got plenty of ice, so we're fine. What else? And then we could start thinking about weapons if we wanted to. We could also start working on the X2. The X2 is probably going to do more for us than weapons. Trying to see what experiments are needed for each of these things, because I want to know what resources we're going to have to consume. Okay, so we have a bonus for medical bed. So none of these things require experiments so far. Composter, no. So it's really just the X2, and the X2 is going to take... It looks like 3 energium and 1 energy rod. That's quite a lot, actually. So we might want to space that out a little bit. I mean, we can afford it right now. So we might as well get that experiment done with. I think once all this construction that's queued up here is done, then we're going to jump to the next sector. That'll give us a pretty good indicator that we're caught up. Oh, we can watch the robots going around. There he is. You can see that he's going pretty quick there, because I have it on 4x. Oh, we need advanced power here. Whoops. Okay, so we can sort that out. Can't do this here because there's a door there. I think I want to expand this slot here and put the advanced power adjacent to the grow bed section, but walled off separate. I'm going to leave enough room to expand here and build another shield generator. Let me think for a second. This, we would have to expand this one more. If we build a large shield generator, it's going to take up... The footprint is going to be like this. So we need to account for that when we're planning our power nodes. I think this will be enough room, because we're gonna expand it back one more like this. We can put a large power node back here, I think, behind the pod bay. It should be right. Temperature might be a little bit weird for a minute while we let's actually check that. Let's get this wall off actually as quickly as possible. That should be good. Okay, now the power node's going to go back in this corner here, on the other side of the wall. This still takes only 1 energy block, yeah. This does take 2 system points, though, at the large power node. Let's see. Advanced power capacity 30, advanced power range 12. This has capacity 10 and range 6. I think the large power node makes more sense. Even though it takes up 2 system points, doubles the range. Thinking whether I should bring it up 1. I think I want to bring it up 1 to give it a little bit more reach. Okay, so as soon as we get this down, then we'll have our shields online. Let's move on to the next sector and continue gathering resources while that's under construction. I think we have done some of the experiments for the Energium, the X2 generator research. Okay, so we definitely haven't checked out this derelict yet, but I think I want to check this one out first so that I don't lose track. Because this, I can tell that it's got an unexplored node next to it, and this one, it looks like I've already explored it, so it's hard to tell. My chat finally started working correctly, by the way. It's a good thing. It just took like a good 30 or 60 seconds for it to load for whatever reason. Okay, we have an unexplored thing here. Gordon's gonna be late to the party. Oh no, he's there. My bad. Sorry, Gordon. So far, it looks empty. Nothing here. Okay. Easy, bunny. Hey, excuse me, how's it going? Testing, 712-4. I appreciate that. Test passed. On a, what is that, 5 out of 5. Regression test passed. How's it going, dude? Already done with this ship? Did we finish it in like 2 seconds? We did. We could think about taking more scrap from this. Let's see what our scrap totals are like. We took all the energy scrap that there was. We're actually quite low on infra scrap. I think we should take some of that. We can afford to do it quickly now with the salvage robots. So that's going to be good. There we go. Okay, so we should see our little guys fly out the airlock. There they go. This is my favorite thing, the salvage robots that just fly out there and go directly onto the ship. So cool. I wonder if they would carry crates back directly to the airlock if there was no shuttle available, like if I didn't have any shuttles on the ship. Why are we... Advanced power denied in the control menu. Okay, let's fix that. By the way, I wanted to take a look at our power consumption graphs here. We're generating 68.4 power per second, which is 57%. 57% of what? And we're consuming 67.8 per second. I don't know what this percentage is. Advanced power is generating 0 per second, consuming 0 per second. And then here's our little dingus here for controlling. This makes it sound like you could set it above 100%, but there's definitely not an option to do that. I think that's a bug in the UI. Really need to play this game again at some point. Never a first-hand experience of how these new nodes affect things. Yeah, it's very different. So it's a pretty recent change. It's only been out for like 2 months, I think, a month, something like that. Okay, let's make sure all power is to the hyperdrives, and then we'll provide a fraction of a power unit to these other things, I think. Gordon's having high body temperature. Okay, so we still have a temperature issue in the generator room here. Can we add more ventilation? We can add another vent in one of these slots, technically. But there's nowhere for the air to go from this room, really. I think this is already a vent. No, that's not a vent. We could put another vent there. Let's do that. Okay, so we're just putting in... Could I put this? I could also make this a door if I wanted to. Let's put a vent there, because we don't really need to have a bunch of extra doors around. So we're going to let air circulate between these two compartments freely. And then that's all we can fit in terms of ventilation of this area until we get rid of our little backup generator. We could also think about putting another vent here. I think let's do that. We want to even out the heat on the ship as much as possible between the different areas. This we might want to be a door, actually, because it's kind of centrally located. The only way to go around there is through this little thing. But I also might want to build something back there, so... Yeah, let's just make it an air vent. That's fine. Okay, what's our recycler queue look like? Do we still have energy in the queue? 3. Yeah, okay, so we don't have enough to start another set of blue crystal. Airlock is blocked. We gotta start thinking about a second airlock soonish, I think. We could maybe put one here, I guess. But that would give us limited room for crew quarters. Okay, we're still taking infra scrap on board. Fire on board. What did you guys do? Okay, Gordon's got it under control. We have 2 unattended botany jobs. That's not something I really want to hear. I think we got to give our crew time to work on that because we don't want to get major penalties on our grow beds here. We are actually getting huge penalties on our grow beds because we don't have enough industrial capacity to get them done. Let's check our priorities here. Remember, okay, that makes sense. They only have a navigated 1, so they won't do it unless nobody else is available. Botany. I think Nadia's our main industrial person, and she's got a skill level of 8, so I think that's fine. This guy also has a potential skill level of 8. Aspen does. What did I just knock over? I think I just spilled a bunch of water on the floor. Hold on 1 second. We're going to take a very quick commercial break here as I clean that up. Be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. I was like kind of fumbling around in the dark, like bumping into something without knowing what it was, and it was my glass of water that I had in this little TV tray next to me. Anyway, we're looking at botany priorities here. Dolb currently has a high priority, 6 out of 6. I think we want Nadia to be our main botanist because she has a skill of 8. We're gonna have to ramp down our industry a little bit. I think we're gonna make Aspen's also our main construction person, but we want him to be an industry main too. And Gordon can also be an industry main. So I think this is a pretty good arrangement. And Dolb is doing this as well as research. Let's have him do botany first and then research if there's no botany available. So the research is going to go a little bit slower, but that's okay. And I'm going to lower Aspen's logistics priority, especially now that we have the robots to help with that. I think this is all right. And then Saul, I'm going to up his medical because he has that at high skill level. Saul can do maintenance and construction and botany. He does everything, actually. He's good. Okay. So also have him do less logistics, which means... Okay, we do have a couple of guys that are doing a bit more logistics, so that should be alright. We also can have the robots to do that, because that's unskilled labor. Okay, we actually finished salvaging this derelict. We got our shields online, by the way. Let's check our shield points. Unless you have an away team priorities, Edward and Gordon could swap ship roles. Let me take a look. Edward and Gordon. Let me see who's on the away team. I think they both are. They're both on the away team. I think they're on the same shift. All the away team guys are first shift, I believe. Gordon's actually second shift. Let's put him on first shift with the other away team guys. There we go. I don't know that we need to give him this lunch break in the middle of the day. Okay, so Edward and Gordon, you're saying, should switch roles. So Edward has a mining of 5 out of 8. Gordon has a mining of 4 out of 8. The thing is, Gordon's really good at industry, so I think I want him doing that. Edward's not good at that at all. The ship rolls. Oh, you're talking about the navigation and shields and stuff like that? Yeah, okay. Good call. Okay, so Gordon's going to be our primary navigator. And then... I don't have anybody who's good at shields, unfortunately. I think Helena is going to be our shields person. And then Gordon is going to be... Dolba's going to be ops. And then Gordon is going to be our gunner. Oh, no, he's our navigator, right? So we need Edward to be our gunner. Or Aspen. Either one can do it. Okay, I think that's good. Let's get underway. Well, let's make sure our crew is well rested here. It looks like everybody's good. Ship storage full. Okay. Means we gotta do some recycling, probably. We're down to 5 blue crystals, though, so we gotta be a little bit careful about that. Jump to another sector to see if we can find some blue crystals. Could buy some from the civilian ship here, that's a distinct possibility. I think I'm gonna wind my way back over this way. We're gonna check out this derelict a little bit later. Slaver's Guild ship. We might go back to these guys, because I think these guys might have some blue crystals for us. We'll check on that. Oh no, I don't want to stop here. Nebula bad. Nebula bad. Wrong turn. Okay. Red alert. Red alert. We have a power outage here. I'm gonna scream. I think we're good though. Oh, this is a Siren World sector too. It's a double whammy. They're shooting us. Come on, please get the hyperdrives online, please. They're putting holes in the ship. We got some breaches here. Okay, fortunately the bridge is sealed off from that damaged section. I think our hull can take it. We're fine. We're gonna get out of here. Get us out of here. Mr. Wizard, get us out of here. Okay, we're out. We had some damage control to do. Thankfully, we didn't get whammied by the Siren World event. Otherwise, we'd be in a lot of trouble. Okay, we're gonna hang out at the Military Alliance outpost until those pirates go away. Oh, this is a very tiny military alliance outpost. That does not give me a good feel. Okay, we're gonna park a little bit over further away from the center of the sector in case the pirates come after us. I think we'll be okay for a bit, though. Okay, we can go back to automatic. We have guys already fixing the breach and the damaged shield generator. They certainly seem to have beefed up. Oh, yeah, for sure. Oh, they're so much more dangerous now. It's terrifying. Oh, my God. Actually, the ship, earlier on in this playthrough, the ship actually got destroyed completely, and I had to rebuild it. Fortunately, there was enough of it left that the crew actually survived, and I was able to repair the ship and put it back together again. But it was nerve-wracking. We're actually a bit low on Hyperium now, so I'm gonna reduce our refined hyperfuel production. Unless these guys have Hyperium for sale, let's check. They do have a couple units. How many Hyperium units does it take to make? I forget. Okay, it's half a green crystal per hyperfuel, so if we get 4 green crystals, then we can afford to sell all of our hyperfuel units. That gives us 400 credits. We can sell some plastic, although these guys don't have carbon, so let's not sell too much. I'm going to sell 3 plastic units. We can sell chemical... Oh, actually almost out of raw chemicals. Shoot. I think that civilian ship had some, so we'll have to go back and rendezvous with them again. We also have some blue crystals we can buy. Okay. And then I think we're going to buy an energy cell, even though they're kind of expensive. 2 energy cells, even though they're kind of expensive, because it's going to save us energy, and we don't have any more blue crystals available. I think it's cheaper than buying energy rods in terms of the labor as well as the actual cost of materials. Okay, we can open up all our vents now. We got all the breaches sealed. So it's just a matter of fixing everything. Yeah, so they beefed up the weapons in a couple ways. They made it so that the gunnery, the main big-size gunnery turrets now shoot like multiple projectiles, so it does a lot more damage. And they also made it so that whenever your hull takes damage directly, there's a chance that it's going to penetrate your hull and cause a micro breach, even if it's not like missiles they're shooting at you. So it's really scary. My shield is saying that it's disabled by a nebula, but we're not in a nebula. I think it's broken, is what it is, actually. I'm gonna bug report this. Oh, well, it says... I hit F11, but then the message went away. Look at this. 1 second. Okay. The pirates... Oh, the other thing was the pirates actually targeted our shield generator and went out of their way to destroy it, I think, which is kind of scary in its own right. I got my shield destroyed while I was in a nebula. I left the nebula, but my shield generator still has a notice saying that it's in a nebula. Possibly because it hasn't been repaired yet. Okay, bug reported. Okay, we're just gonna chill here for a minute and fix stuff. We rebuilt that power node, that's good. This person is like stuck in a loop where they can't actually they can't actually charge the shield because the ship thinks that it's in a nebula because the thing's broken. Okay, now I think they should be able to charge it, I suspect. It says it's still disabled by nebula. Yeah, it's fixed now. As soon as we fix 1 unit of the shield, it's still got to get fixed a little bit, but existential shield generator problems is if getting enough meat on the menu wasn't tasking. Yeah, right? We're going to sell some biomatter if these guys have any interest in it whatsoever. They give us 18 credits apiece. It's not great, but that's enough that we can get 100 credits and change. And I think that's good enough for us to get another blue crystal, which is what we need. I'll keep one back and put in a whole block instead. We have an item fabricator, we do. We could think about manufacturing weapons for profit, but it takes a lot of carbon, and we don't have a lot of carbon. Easier to just sell plastic if they want to buy plastic. Because it gives us about the same amount of gross revenue with less effort on our part. Okay, so we got solar panels available. That's pretty sweet. That's going to start saving us tons of energy in the long run. As soon as we get some of them built, anyway. We're still going to have to spend energy on the advanced power, because solar panels don't provide advanced power, they only provide basic power, which is pretty unfortunate in my book. But it's going to help with our overall energy costs. I think I'm going to put a solar panel back here-ish. This is going to be expansion slot for another generator, or for a bigger generator or something. There we go. That should be enough for a solar panel. We have to think about moving these back to get more space. Advanced basic power. Oh, so they revamped the power system. So there's now two types of power. Basic power is universal throughout the ship, and it provides... It costs less in terms of like the energium and stuff that it uses, I think, but it basically, you don't have to place power nodes to power things like thermal regulators anymore, or like the various little widgets like the bridge consoles and stuff like that. All that power is just, as long as the ship has power, all that stuff just gets power by virtue of being on the ship and there being a hull stabilizer that's built somewhere. So that's basic power, and then the advanced power is somewhat like the old power system where you place nodes and then it powers everything within that radius. But the difference now is that you don't have to link them together. You just have that much advanced power available. So they did that to try to simplify the system. I'm not wild about the new system, I think. I think it doesn't do enough to simplify the system and make it understandable. And I think it takes away some of the things that were fun about the old system. But that's the new system. Okay, I'm going to put a door here and a door there. And then we're going to put a solar panel here. So this is the first version that they introduced the new system, so we'll see how it changes in future iterations. There was a lot of feedback and discussion about it on the forum for the game, so they might tweak it a bit. So I posted like a 3-page essay on what I thought about it, the good things and the bad things. So hopefully they take that into consideration. I know they at least read it, because they sent a comment and said thanks for the feedback. But whether or not they actually decide to change it, who knows? We'll see. But I definitely get that they're trying to make it a little more casual so that people don't have as many struggles with the power system, because it is like frustrating when your ship just have to be deciding if I want double arrowed power lines with a large portion of the game, right? Yeah, that's like that was so like exciting to me, as being like, oh crap, one of my power nodes got destroyed, I have to reroute power to get the ship online again. That was like a cool thing that you had to do, and now it's like not a thing anymore. They also added this they added these sliders so you could decide how much power is allocated to different systems. So you can allocate some of your power to shields, and some to operations, and some to your turrets, some to your hyperdrives, and some to your... And you can... Industry is just a thing you can turn on and off. So you can easily disable all the industry on board your ship by just clicking a button, which is pretty cool. But I think that's the way that the sliders are set up needs a little bit of work. It's not clear to me. Like, they make it seem like you could like overcharge a particular system from the description here to make it run faster, but it doesn't seem like there's an option to do that because I can't actually raise this above 100%. It doesn't go higher than that, so I'm not sure how that's supposed to work or like what the intent of that is. I think it might just need some UI work to make it a little more clear. But it's a neat concept. So I like that aspect of it. I'm waiting for this military line ship to come into the sector while we're working on the industry work for this solar panel. Here we go. Vengeful Spirit. Vengeful Spirit has plastic, does not want our plastic. Now we have 10 green crystals, so we could afford to sell some more hyperfuel. This is such a good profitable trade. Buy 4 green crystals and then sell 5 refinery hyperfuel. It's a really good profit because this is the cost. These 4 crystals cost as much as 1 hyperfuel unit that we're selling, and then we're selling 4 more units. So we're making 1,000 credits of profit here. We can spend that on some of the goods here since they don't actually have enough money to give us. What do we want to spend it on is the thing. Since we don't have a lot of blue crystals, it makes some sense for us to maybe spend it on more energy cells. Energy blocks are also a possibility. Yeah, we don't have any energy blocks, so we're going to take this 1 energy block. And then we still get 300 credits profit. These guys don't have any raw chemicals, I noticed. I'm going to stop selling the chemicals and plastic until we're able to find some more raw chemicals. I think there was some in this sector. We have to go back and dodge the pirates if we want to get it, but we can get it. We're still having some thermal issues here. Let's take a look. Generator room is still too hot despite the ventilation that I added here. This is very cold though, which is weird. I'm gonna expand this room a little bit just to provide more of a footprint for ventilation. I think that'll help. So I'm gonna close this off. I'm walling this off for now, but I think that eventually I'm going to move this wall once we get these hyperdrives relocated. Okay, we're waiting on Infrablock, Industry. Got all of our trade transactions done. Our ship's repaired, we're at full shields. I think we're good to leave the sector. The question is, do we double back here and try to dodge the pirates? I really don't want to get slapped with this Siren World Nebula again. That was real bad news. I think it was this sector, I'm pretty sure. I do want to get these raw chemicals, though, but there's like 2 enemy ships in the area. So I have to be a little bit careful. And I know there's at least 1 derelict back here that we haven't explored yet. So I want to check that out as well if we can. The hyperdrive is going noticeably faster now that we switched the priorities of the crew members. That's pretty good improvement. Okay, oh, and here's the civilians that had raw chemicals for sale. I'm gonna follow them because I want to trade with them. No. Can you please stick around so I can trade with you? They're not interested. Whatever, I'm gonna stop here and buy some raw chemicals. Or, mine some raw chemicals, rather. Then we're going to chase after that civilian ship again in a minute and try to buy him more raw chemicals, because this is probably going to be, yeah, that's 1 chemical unit. It's nothing, basically. And to 5 blue crystals again. Okay, we got our first solar panel online. So this is just a cost-saving measure. It's going to reduce the amount of blue crystals that we use over time, and doesn't really cost us much of anything once it's built. So I think that's going to be a good thing. But it's going to take a while before that really pays dividends. I'm just going to have to hope we have enough blue crystals to hang on until then. I think it is possible to operate the hyperdrives on basic power, but it takes them a very long time to charge, if I remember correctly. Oh, there's 2 civilian ships now. I don't know if this is the one that I was chasing after a minute ago or not. I think it is, but we'll see. But this is also an unexplored derelict, I believe. Okay, so we're gonna stick next to the derelict. Let's see what the civilian ship has. Fortune's favor. What you got for me? Yeah, you got a whole pile of chemicals here. You don't have any blue crystals, unfortunately, which means we can't do a lot of manufacturing here. I'm going to give you 1 unit of hyperfuel and the 300 credits for a whole pile of chemicals. We can also give you some of our biomatter. You don't want biomatter. That's a bad price even for biomatter, 9 credits apiece. You're not giving us a good price on human meat either. Human meat's premium, man. That's good stuff. Okay, I think all this is fine. We could actually sell them some optronics components. I don't know if that's worth... We could actually sell them optronics components for tech blocks, which is just a significant cost savings for us. But we don't really need that many tech blocks right now. We've already got 4, so... Let's do like this. Okay, before we do that, though, I'm gonna explore this derelict. We gotta keep a weather eye out for incoming pirates. Space stations always make me nervous. The layout is like very, I don't know, unpredictable, I guess. Looks mostly empty. We see... Okay, there's a nest here, actually. Hello. Okay, we figured that out. By figured that out, I mean murdered that monstrosity. Okay. Okay, we should be fine. We have shields. Where's our... There we go. Shields, red alert. Okay, what's, good. Okay, we've explored the CV Station X. Let's get all of this stuff. We're gonna start our salvage work here. I think I'm gonna selectively bring a couple guys back, but I don't want to bring the whole crew over, because I don't want everybody to get hit by a concussion at the same time. I don't think we need hull scrap right now. Who am I gonna bring back? There's the guys that are good at, like, shields and maintenance. So shields is Helena, who I think is already back there. Helena's already back there on the shield console. And then... a maintenance and industry is Aspen, who's on the away team. Let's bring back, like, Aspen and Nadia on one of the shuttles here. We need to, pick up whatever that is. Here we go. Okay, it was this craft that got hit, I think. No? Got hit by the micrometeoroid. These guys don't have concussions, so I don't know what happened there. Must have been this craft because it... Solar flare. Oh, that's super rude. Okay. We're gonna stop salvaging here then and quickly grab the stuff that we actually really need. Which is what? We're getting a unit of plastic. We'll take that. That's a good trade good. And again, I'm trying not to expose all my guys to concussion risk at the same time. Okay, so these two guys can actually go. I'll let them all go back to the ship. Oh, they all went in the same shuttle. Whatever. We at least got two of them back safely, so... Okay, and then hopefully we can get this trade going with the Fortune's favor before we leave the sector. I think that's fairly critical. This looks like it's doing the trade, probably. Maybe? No. Where's our trade, guys? Okay, here it comes. Okay, so we're risking the solar flare. We weathered the meteoroid shower. I don't think the resources that are left on here are worth getting hit by the solar flare, but I do want to complete this trade, because I think the chemicals are going to be worth it. I'm a bit worried about our energy use, or potential energy usage if we get hit by the flare, whether we're going to use up too many blue crystals recovering from it. Ship storage is full again. So we got to stop taking on salvage, I think. Are we on blue, on energy crystal salvage? Okay, we got 3 only. Okay, we're ready to jump. Very good. Okay, I think we're done with this sector. There's another civilian ship that we could potentially trade with somewhere, but I don't really know where they went. I really need to buy some blue crystals from somebody before we go to the next sector, if it's at all humanly possible. But it looks like it might not be. Got some carbon units available here. But we're going to lose our shields if we do that, so I don't think it's going to be worth it. We're also 1 hop away from the resource-rich sector, so it's... I think I'm going to go back here and see if this station has any blue crystals available. And we can also do some mining in the neighboring sector here. We have 3 hyper jumps left. Ooh, Merchant Federation. Don't leave me! Okay, good. Auto. The Ironsides. Very peaceful sounding. Okay, we got plastic here that we can sell. We're still a bit low on carbon, and they don't have any for sale here, though. We could think about buying some energy rods since we have a limited availability of blue crystals. I think that might be worth... We're gonna sell our hyperfuel here for some green crystals and some energy rods. Doesn't quite balance out because we're also buying blue crystals. Okay, so let's see. This is 763, 153. It's worth getting a couple extra energy rods because we're about to jump to another sector, and we're immediately going to use up like 7 energy rods when we get there, restocking our cryosleep pods. So I want to make sure that we're covered for that. We can also sell some chemical units or some more energy rods. I think that'll help us out. Oh, we can get some. We can give them some human meat as well, just to get that out of our inventory, and a couple of units of biomatter. Okay, looking good. I have a feeling we're not producing enough food, and by I have a feeling I mean I'm seeing a notification that says that. I don't think I want to invest the energy to manufacture more infra blocks, though, to expand our grow bed capacity. Although we're already at 6 infra blocks, so maybe it's not that bad. I think we can manage it, actually. We have another Merchant Federation ship coming in the sector, so that's really going to help us out, probably. 5 blocks here. So this is going to be a wall, and then 4, 5... For some reason I always count that wrong. Here we go. Oh, I forgot to put a window in this room. Let's put that in. Hull window is what we're looking for. Okay, this is the one that just got here, the Jotunheim. I don't think we've traded with any of these guys yet. 2 more blue crystals available and some more green crystals available. Our industry is behind in the sense that we don't have more hyperfuel available for trade, unfortunately. So we gotta trade what we have. And sadly, we don't have any carbon on offer. We got 2 more merchants coming in. They heard that there's a whale in town. They're like, yeah, we can make money off of this guy. I mean, sure, we'll help you out. I'm trying to think how the shield is going to be arranged here. I think if we put one like there, we could leave a space to go behind it, which means we could have another door going through here. I think eventually this shield's going to get moved, so it makes some sense for a door to be there. And then we also need some thermal regulators for our new grow beds. Put one in the outer hull here, like we usually do. And we'll put one on the far hull wall here, once that gets built. Somehow we managed to use up all of our infra blocks. Oh, we made 2 doors and 2 thermal regulators, so that's 4 blocks. Any of these guys have real cheap infra blocks, but we don't have to manufacture a bunch more. Although our inventory is also full, so maybe we just want to produce a couple from scrap. I think we can afford that. A bit worried about the unintended penalty. I think the... What do I want to say? I think the labor balance of the new grow bed balance change is like out of whack. Like it's hard to produce enough food for the crew with any number of botanists. Whereas I feel like if a third, like half or a quarter or a third of your crew has decent botany skill, it should be fine, but it's not currently. That's like barely enough to keep up with the nutrient demand. These guys have cheap energy cells, which we don't necessarily need right this minute. They don't have any carbon. They have cheap tech blocks, which we, again, don't necessarily need. They have some infra blocks. The shooting star. Come on, guys, you're holding out on me. Where's the carbon? Where's the carbon? Who's giving us the best? That guy's leaving this sector. Okay. 602. 612. Here we go. Okay, we got some... Do these guys have any raw chemicals on offer? No. 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 Okay, so we're gonna sell this, and then what do we get from them? Maybe a single energy rod. These guys have very cheap energy rods, actually. I'm gonna do 2 energy rods and a tech block here. And then... could think about buying more Hyperium as an investment to create more trade goods for the next sector. I think let's do that. Buy some soft blocks, set them on fire. Hey presto, air filtered carbon. That is a plan. That is definitely something I would do if I was desperate, but we still have 6 units, so I'm not quite there yet. The madness hasn't set in. I think this is going to be a ship that we just traded with. Critical resources, we're low on the hull blocks. I'd consider 4 to be low in brutal difficulty. I think we're fine. Shooting stars there. The Zagaris is there. Another Merchant Federation ship coming in. It's probably going to be one of the ones that just left the sector, though. What's our ratio of stuff like... So we have, even though most of our grow beds are vegetables, we still can't produce enough vegetables to feed the entire crew. So it's like 3 vegetable beds, 5 vegetable beds. We were getting some unpinned penalties, so that's probably a factor. So this is like 8 vegetable beds that we have going, and we still have no vegetables in our inventory. That's very weird. Oops, not that many. Okay, that should be good. Let's check the temperature in here before we start planting. We're good. We're at 22 degrees, 21 degrees. That's where we want to be. Looks like by the time we're done this trade, we'll have another Merchant Federation ship in the sector, so we'll see what we've got going on here. Another high temperature. This thermal radiation is out of control. Let's see. We can solve that by just plunking another thing down here. We got some high temperatures over here too, though. That should be good. Let's check our power graphs here. So we're generating 13 advanced power per second, consuming 13 per second. We're generating... Okay, I think this is the capacity, because the generation is exactly matching the consumption. So I think this means we're at 62% of our power generation capacity. I'm not sure if the Energium generator is included in that total, so it could be that we're near our capacity. So we gotta be a little bit wary about that. Gordon, what are you doing, Gordon? Looks like you're about to fall unconscious. You should go sleep. Cannot sleep condition. I have been awake. Expires permanent. You must have got whammied by the Siren World sector. No, we didn't have a Siren World event, so I don't know what that is about. Okay, now he's taking a break. Go sleep, Gordon. We need you to fly the ship. Don't be punch drunk, like I am currently. Silverhawk. Did we trade with him? I don't think we did. Maybe we did. No, we didn't sell them any hyperfuel yet. It's good profit. Yeah, it's given us 1,000 credits to take with us into a new sector. That's very good. Let's do that, and then an energy cell. I think there was a guy that had cheaper energy cells. Can they give us cash, actually? These guys have 17 rods. These guys have 13 rods. These guys have 29 rods. So I want to sell to this guy. And then buy these. And then we'll buy the energy rods from the other guy with our cash that we have. We'll buy like 1 from here. There we go. So we got ourselves out of the energy crisis. We still have very few blue crystals, but now we have energy rods, so that's okay. It's not the most efficient, but it's the resources that we have available to us right now. Gotta work with what you got. Ship storage is full. Okay, we've solved that problem, I guess. What am I building now? I think we finished with the solar panels and we're working on the shield generator research. I wonder if we should promote the medical bed over that. I think we should probably do that. Let's move the medical bed up, and then we'll finish the shield generator after. We could also think about the X2 soon. But I think we're okay with the 18 rods. We'll go down to like 12 rods when we get to the next sector, which is okay. As long as we find at least a little bit of energy in that sector. Looks like our crew is going to bed. What if everybody's getting along with each other? Edward and Nadia hate each other. Look at this. Negative 100. Holy crap. Oh my god. Nadia hates everybody. She's like, I put in so much work on this ship. What are you guys all doing here? This is my ship. Oh, Saul and Nadia get along, though. It's interesting that their relationships are kind of asymmetrical. They have this more or less the same relationship to each other, but the score values are different. Which I guess makes sense. I don't think it's worth it to stop in that sector to get carbon. We still got 5 units. I kind of want to check out the trading posts again, but I have the feeling that we've already been there. We're probably better off, and I don't want to go through these pirates, so we're probably better off just moving on to the next sector. Yeah, let's move. Let's go travel. Ship storage full again. What can we do that's going to use up a lot of scrap? Let's make some more hull blocks. That's just 2 more hull blocks, but it's going to use up 8 scrap units. So it'll free up 8 slots in our inventory. It bugs me that we're not getting this. I must have been through that sector before, though. So that can't be anything crazy there that we haven't got the opportunity to look at already. But it could be that when we went through there, we didn't have the resources to buy anything. So, but we're gonna move on. Okay, we got 7 beautiful blue checkboxes, and we're ready to fly. I think once we scoped out this sector a little bit, if it's somewhat safe, then we might think about rearranging our hyperdrives to make more room in the aft section of the ship. Our brave explorers on their way to a new world, one step closer. We actually, I guess a bunch of these had half a rod left. We only have 1 that needs recharging, so that's fine. Got lots of energy rod availability for the moment. I want to see what our space is like over here for building solar panels. I think if we fill this in, that's not enough for a second panel, so it doesn't make sense for me to try to expand that. I might try to get the second airlock. I don't know yet. I might try to also build an extra cryosleep pod. I think that could be worth doing. Comes Gordon. Hyperdrives are warmed up. High body temperature still. Aspen. Okay, we can install some ventilation here. That's no big deal. It's a very localized heat issue. Okay, this is the resource-rich sector, so we want to stop in as many places as we can. We have a Slaver's Guild ship in the neighboring sector, which I'm not too happy about. I think because this is a nebula, we're going to move on from this sector for now and come back and get these resources later. Rude. Okay. We dodged the pirates, so we can stop here. This is fine. I kind of want these blue crystals. Let's go here while we have the opportunity. Oh, the pirates are coming here. That's super rude. Do we stop anyway? I think that's an unnecessary risk. Let's double back. Okay, this is good. I really want those blue crystals. So that's why we're doing this little circular jumping business. Just skipping over the pirate-controlled territory here. 7 blue crystals, very nice. We should think about adding weapons to our queue here. This doesn't take any particular research, so that's good. I mean, it doesn't take any particular, what do I want to say, experimentation. So I'm going to add these to our queue. We might not necessarily get to them right away. There might be other stuff that we want to research first. I mean, aside from the stuff that we already have here, we might decide that we want fibers or something. But we're probably okay for now. Okay, and then we're going to pick up some green crystals while we're here. And then some... Could pick up noble metals. We don't necessarily have to, though. Actually, out of infra scrap. We used all of it up, I guess, during our grow bed construction. Use up some more hull scrap to make sure that we have storage capacity for stuff. We actually don't, our storage is still full. We need to build another storage. Problem is I have nowhere to put it. We could think about eliminating this grow bed, maybe, now that we have, like, coverage in various areas around the ship. So if we do that, what's that gonna buy us here? Yeah, I mean, this is a great place for another storage. Let's just kill this grow bed. So we wait for it to be done in its current crop. Because like I was saying, the grow beds are such a pain in the butt to get to produce enough resources. We'll pick up the noble metals here too. Growth rate 110%. I don't know how we managed that. I have to move so many bodies to build a storage unit there. We definitely gotta get a composter online. That'll help with that. It'll also save us a lot of water resources. We're actually down to 3 ice. I think we're researching the medical bed. Do we bump up the composter because we're almost out of ice? I hate to keep changing things around, but let's work on the composter because we're almost out of ice. And it's also going to help declutter our inventory and give us more space to work with. Could eject some biomatter if we need to, but I'd rather compost it if we can. Okay, you know what? I've lost my patience. Let's just kill this grow bed. Can I dismantle that, or do I move it? Anywhere that I can put a grow bed to where it'll be, like, healthy. I mean, you could put one in the hallway here, I guess. It's good because it's just a little bit of backup food. AFK resting might be back later, assuming you're still in the saving the universe mode. Okay. Hey, thanks for lurking. Rest well. Let's see. We're just going to continuously produce meat and seeds and nuts in these little beds, I think. Let's make sure we have a good temperature here. It's going to be a bit on the warm side. Let's put one more thermal regulator down there. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, let's start the massive project of shuffling bodies around to make room for another storage. And let's get ready for jump while we're doing that. They're actually, okay, they're getting... They haven't started moving the bodies yet. Maybe that's not a thing that they'll do. I don't know. Bodies are special. They don't act like normal cargo. They're a bit weird. We have some... I'd really like to see some carbon in our resource-rich sector here. Oh, we got some ice here. Good. There's some carbon, but it's on the other side of the pirates right now. There's also some carbon in this nebula. So it could be good on that score. And the resource-rich sector is definitely the right time for us to be building more storage. I think we're going to get some guns online, probably. We're going to probably get some more hull stabilizers online, see how many system points we can manage on this ship, and then build out our weapon systems and remaining power nodes accordingly. And then after we get that sorted, then we'll maybe start saving up for a second ship. Although we don't really have enough crew for that, I think. We probably want some more robots first. Oh, solar flares are so rude. You know, we have enough energy. As long as there's no pirates coming into the system, I think we can just weather their flare. We have to keep an eye out for pirates in adjacent sectors. The thing I'm wondering about is it really worth it? I don't think we need the noble metals. Let's just try to get the ice if we can. And the raw chemicals. Okay, yeah, sure enough they are moving the bodies. They're shuffling them and restacking them. They're doing it in a very weird way, though. Okay, there we go. New storage is constructed. Perfect. Okay, we're actually done with mining. Let's get underway before the flare hits. No reason to get hit by it if you don't need to. Let's see if our carbon is available yet. Okay, we have a Slaver's Guild ship in the neighboring sector, so this is a bit risky to drop here, but I think we can handle it. Might start working in another hull stabilizer. I think this is a good time to do that. I'm going to deploy over in the corner here just in case there's an issue. Make sure we prioritize the carbon since that's the thing we really care about right now. And let's see where we can place the hull stabilizer. We may not be able to fit another one, actually. I think that's beyond the boundary of the ship's... Yeah, we can't actually fit another one unless we move the stuff that's already out there. So we might be able to move this one towards the front of the ship a little bit. So this one's here right now. I think if we move that up towards the very front part of the ship, very, very front part of this tile area, then we might be able to squeeze one more hull stabilizer in by moving the other ones that are on the other side here, like this guy. I don't think these are quite up against each other. Anyway, let's get that mining done. And we should also try to repair this hyperdrive, probably. Well, we'll let the crew sleep. We're not under any immediate threat. As long as the Slaver's Guild's not coming into the sector. There's no hazards, aside from the nebula. What's our base metals looking like? We could use a couple more base metals, maybe. We also have ice on offer here. Let's actually prioritize the ice over the Hyperium. Because we have 11 Hyperium, and we've already got a full stock of hyperfuel. And then if we have time, we'll get this and that as well. I need some light in here. Let's check our comfort. There's a little bit of light, actually. Not much, but not sure where that light is coming from. That's okay. No complaints. How's Gordon's weapon skill, by the way? He didn't make much progress, unfortunately. We have a couple guys idle here. Yeah, can we put them to work somehow? Let me think, what do we need to build? We could build some more solar panels. I think we pretty much got all the factories sorted out. The med bay is like the next big thing. I'm gonna add the jukebox and the arcade machine to the queue so we can research them eventually if we run out of other stuff. We could also work on researching the X3, but I don't want to do that right now because it's going to take experimentation. It takes 2 energy rods and 3 energium, which we could technically afford, but we're not planning to build an X3 right away, so I don't think we need to go that route currently. Thinking this is enough space here to build an X2. So I'll probably get rid of this door, build an X2 here, and then retire one of these X1s to make room for an X3 or another X2 in the future. Okay, we have the pirates coming in. Let's get ready for jump. I like that the mining pods come back right away now instead of waiting until they're completely finished with their task. Let's see. Where's pirates going? I think I want to go this way. Hopefully the Slavers Guild isn't over here. We're fine. Civilians, stay with us. No. Okay, we can charge the shields while we're in this sector. We also have a derelict to check out and some carbon to mine. I think we're kind of okay on carbon right now. I'm not going to send out the mining pods for the carbon until the away team gets back. We're missing a person from our away team. Edward, Nadia, Paul, Gordon. Did we lose a crew member? What's going on here? Aspen somehow didn't get added to the command group. Shields are already charged up. That's pretty good. Okay, now the command group's working. I don't know why I didn't highlight him the first time. It wasn't like he was in a mining pod or something. Okay, we do see some aliens. Gordon's getting some target practice. Good for you, Gordon. Get him. See an X3. I'm jealous. I want that X3. Okay. Another alien coming this way. There we go. There's a couple aliens coming that way. There's definitely not a nest over here. I'm gonna head this way in case there's a nest in the back corner here somewhere. Okay, it doesn't look like seems like we're okay. Here we go. Okay, we've explored the MFV Cirilla. Oh, and we got another crew member. This is a great time for it. We definitely have the resources to take on another person. Okay, Jean. Welcome aboard. Jean is brave. Very cool. He's got a weapon skill of 3, which is pretty good. That means he can be another member on our second away team. He is potentially good at botany, which is also great for us, and he's potentially really good at medical, which is going to be nice for us in the future, and operations as well. So he's a pretty good find. Welcome aboard, Gene. Okay, now that that's done, we'll cue the carbon mining. Let's expedite transfer of all this stuff here. And let's put Gene on the second away team. There we go. Okay, so now that Gene's on board, we can get him a rifle. I'm going to set some rules so we can always quickly find where the weapons are. So I'm going to put 2 assault rifles here, 2 shotguns here, 2 pistols here, and 2 submachine guns here. We obviously don't have all these things, but when we do have them, they'll come to this storage first. Oh, of course that hasn't been transferred yet, so we got to go to the other storage for right now. There we go. Okay, Gene is armed and ready. Almost got the composters online. We should start thinking about where they're going to go. We want our composters. Composters are kind of big. They take up a lot of space. You usually need like 4 or 5 of them on a ship this size. I think we can put them in here next to the energy refinery. Unless we want to... We're not going to fit in a 3rd shuttle there, probably, so I think that'll be fine. Let's see... Okay, so composters are like 2 by 3. So if I finish out this wall here, or actually we could expand this a little bit if we need this space. So this is going to be 2 by 3. 3. Yeah, and then we'll just make this a little room here. That's fine. And then we could fit another 2 composters if we expand the hull the rest of the way, but let's do them 2 at a time. Okay, we can turn off expedite now that we got all the loot from here. Let's start some energy scrapping. We also need infra. We can think about more robots at this point too, I think. We have the energy for them, and we have the resources to build them. We gotta think about where they're gonna go. There's not a lot of room for us to put them. We might be able to fit one in the shuttle bay here. Let me see. Robots. Salvage robot. No, it doesn't quite fit. Sadness. I mean, if we remove that door, we can make it fit somehow, but it's gonna be a weird arrangement in any case. Okay, so resource composters. So this would be good if we can get this walled off. I need to move this thermal regulator over to here, let's say. Oh, pirates. Okay, let's wrap up our salvage. We always leave the robots behind if we need to. They're not human crew members, they're replaceable. The robots also come back automatically when we were readying the hyperdrive, which is very cool. Okay, let's do the construction here. Actually, we can just move... We're going to move this wall. This is going to be a door. And this 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna move this over one actually. So we have a door in the middle here. Okay, and then we're just gonna join these 2 rooms. That'll be good. Okay, we're ready to jump. Got everything that we came here for. Pirates are going that way. That's fine with us. We don't need these base battles enough that I want to get my shields tanked again. Now that the pirates are gone, let's check back here. We got another derelict in a nebula with the pirates next door. There's a civilian ship in this sector. It's worth it on the off chance we get another crew member, I think. The only thing is if we get hit by a Siren World or a solar flare, we could be in a little bit of trouble. There's a potential we could have to give some of our resources to the pirates in order to get away, but at this point that's not a make or break thing. Starship Personin. Civilian. Okay, blue crystals we want. You want hyperfuel, that's good. We're gonna buy a bunch of ice from these guys. We also want some of this. Let's fill the rest of the hole with ice. Yeah, we're still getting 100 credits. That's beautiful. Okay, let's do one more hyperfuel unit. What else? I think that's it. We could get some cheap energy rods here, but we don't really necessarily need to right now. What's our raw chemical supply like? Only got 8, so I don't want to sell too many of them right now. We could if we needed to. And there goes our shields. It's a big ship. But I'm feeling good. We got 6 away team members now. As long as we're a little bit cautious, we should be fine. Unless it's a double nester. Sometimes those can be hairy. Even for an away team this size. Okay, we're good here. We got a nice overview of the area. Oh. Let's back up here and wait for our friend to arrive. Almost bit Aspen, but we managed to get him. Okay, I don't see any evidence of a nest over here, but we're gonna head towards that back corner there. Yeah, I think we got a nest at the other end there, probably. Gonna check in here. Oh! Back up a little bit, because we've got a lot of friends here. Focus on that one. Crawler bites are way more dangerous than the crawler bites. So far, we still haven't seen a nest, but we just saw a lot of aliens. That's a nice couch. We could pick up some free oxygen here. And we still got a couple of rooms to... Oh, hello. Maybe we'll be done when we kill this guy. Here we go. Purple wolf. That's a euphemism if I've heard one. Alright. Okay, ooh, we got all kinds of food here, and some energy cells, and an energy rod, and some fertilizer, which saves us some raw chemicals. That's nice. Okay, energy scrap we have... Let's take a little bit of hull scrap since we're down to 15 here, and we could take some tech scrap. We're once again out of infra scrap, so we'll take some of that as well. We have enough carbon that we can afford to sell these guys some plastic if we wanted to. They want plastic? They don't. Sadness. We should probably... I don't think I have a manufacturing rule for our item fabricator right now. We do have one somewhere. There it is. Let's get that set up. So I want to have at least one assault rifle. Oh, we already have... We do have that. I want to have at least one assault rifle, one pistol, one submachine gun, and one shotgun available at all times. So we have the full range of options whenever we bring on a new crew member. Slavers Guild, super rude. Okay, so we're going to end salvaging. And we're going to expedite transfer of everything that remains. Hope that's everything. No, not quite. Okay, we got to get our hyperdrive spun up. I'm a bit concerned about how long it's taking our guys to get back on board. Okay, we got them all off. That's good. Raising. Okay. You leave anything cool behind? Not really. Just some scrap. Okay, they're going that way. We could drop back in the sector, but I don't think we necessarily need to. I want to go up to here since it seems like there's fewer bad guys that way. Getting towards the end here. We're about 2/3 of the way, I guess. A little bit over half. Okay. Got some rock chemicals available here, as well as other good stuff. That's a good sector to be in, too. We'll check that out in a minute. Okay, so we were working on building composters. I think we already have one built, maybe. Check on that in a second. Let's get this stuff queued. Yeah, we're gonna get those two things first, and then the other two. Okay, so here's our first composter. We want to start composting biomatter. I'm going to leave 2 biomatter units always for powering the algae dispensers. And then we want to do a little bit of everything. Here we go. Okay, now we can build another composter. I'm gonna need like 4 or 5 of these guys, probably. We could actually fit... If we did away with the store, we could fit 2 more in this room. I think that's worthwhile. Put one there for now. We could actually orient it the other way, and then we could still have that door. Let's do it that way instead. Sorry, door. Okay, I think we should be able to expand and get another couple composters here. That should be enough for one more, for like 2 more composters. Maybe 3. These built? They're not built yet. Okay, micrometeoroids, that's okay. We're just gonna cancel our mining until that's over. So helpful to have the robots, even just a couple of them. Make such a big impact. I think we could put another one in this room. Let's check. I mean, this one's idle right now, so maybe we don't need it. He's doing stuff. Yeah, let's get one more. It'll also make salvaging derelicts quicker. They're dinging our shield's pretty good. We probably need another little shield generator or a big size one that we can get the research done over. Currently we got the medical bed research going. We could build another small shield generator here, but I'd rather just wait for the big one. Okay, our shield's held out okay. Okay, so here we're gonna need wall, composter, and then we could fit one more here. And then we can have a little tiny space there that's useless because we can't fit any equipment there. Maybe I'll just trim the hole there. We'll see about that in a second. Oh, let's get these other composters working. Let's see. Here we go. Think about having another door here. We don't necessarily need one because there's another 2 doors right there. Okay, we're getting rid of chemicals. We can bring some metals in. I'm gonna increase our water production thresholds. Seems like we don't have enough water. 12. That should be good. Our industry is just swamped with all this construction going on. Okay, so now that we built this, we're gonna unbuild a little bit of it. I'll wait till this guy goes away so he doesn't get sucked out of the ship. Although he is a space drone, so maybe that doesn't matter, actually. That should be fine. Medical beds, yay. Okay. We can build a triage center for our away team. Ideally, I'd like it to be next to the shuttles, but it doesn't look like we have any space for that. See what the civilian ship has for us. Our ice supply is in good shape. This stuff is non-essential, so we can continue traveling while we're working on the industry here. Give the rest of our crew something to do while we're on away missions. Okay, we have a Slavers Guild ship coming in. Let's see if there's anything really important that we want to trade with the Pisonin here. We could buy 1 blue crystal from them. I don't know if we necessarily have to. We could sell them some hyperfuel, but we don't have to. Could sell them an assault rifle. I think we're good. Let's just get ready for a jump. They didn't have any carbon, did they? No. We did have some ice, but we're okay on ice now. We got 12. Okay. Now that our pods are on the way back, let's start the hyperdrive. We're out of infra scrap, that's okay. Okay, we got another derelict right here we can check out. How convenient. I love the resource-rich sector. I always want to park near the derelict because that's where most of the crew is going to be spending time out of the ship, so that's like the most risky place to be. You know, if there's a disaster or something, You want to be able to get all your crew back on board as quickly as possible if they are needed. Let's start over here because there's landings for 2 shuttles. I don't have to do the manual thing. And I do want to start the blue crystal mining, I think. If we can afford to do that. Okay, we see some aliens here. There's a nest creep. Let's try to get in here quickly. There's a lot of creep. I'm concerned a little bit about that. How do I get in there? We have to go out and around. Can we get through here? We can. Theoretically, anyway. Okay, we gotta be careful not to get trapped back here, because the haulers are coming that way. I think I'm gonna have these 2 guys move down to there. Ow. Stop biting saw. That's rude. You guys gonna come out this door or what? Okay, we're good. Yeah, we made short work of that guy. Was only one of them. Oh, he's got a friend. We're gonna wait for his friend to come into this doorway. Good. Good time to start building medical beds. Okay, we got the PCS Pathfinder explored, which means we're gonna get some more of that infra scrap. We also get some hull blocks, some bodies that we can compost. Very nice. It's actually useful to us now. So energy scrap, infra scrap is what we need, and then the other stuff can maybe come later. Okay, he's good. His oxygen was running out for a second, but he just hadn't gotten to get more yet. Short work of this ship, getting some research bonuses. Where are we going to build our med bay is the thing I'm wondering now. I think after we upgrade the generator, we might be able to build a med bay in this little section here. We could get rid of this. Once we get an X2 online, we can get rid of this old generator, and maybe this could be our med bay in here. That's pretty close to the shuttle bay, so that's a good place for it. Fire. Don't be setting fires on my ship. Okay, whatever. Close, 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 close. They'll figure it out. Might just take them a minute to go get suits. They're having to walk a long way here to get suits. I think we might put another spacesuit locker here to help deal with industrial problems. Okay. Now we're gonna open that up and let the smoke come out to the scrubber over here. We have multiple scrubbers around the area, so should be fine. Put another scrubber here if we need to. Yeah, I think if we put a spacesuit locker here, it'll be just slightly closer than the airlock, which will help out a little bit. We could also think about moving the oxygen generator up there, putting the spacesuit locker here. That's probably better, actually. Let's work on that. Okay, so this would go here. We should check our oxygen levels, by the way. 148, 150. We're doing okay. There's a possibility we might need to add one more generator soon. I don't know about dismantling the oxygen generator in the middle of the night while the crew is sleeping. Seems like a bad plan, but hey, the robots do what the robots do. Just doing their job. Here we go. Okay, now we can put in... I'm gonna move this over by 1. I'm gonna put a spacesuit locker along this wall, and then we can even fit in another door here for movement efficiency. Okay, let's see. Airlock, spacesuit locker. Beautiful. Pretty important to have those around here and there. Okay, we got all our salvaging done here. Do we want any more hull scrap? I'm surprised how little infra scrap we got from this. I guess it's a pretty small ship. Take a little hull scrap. Let's look at some of this other stuff that's here. I might just want to start thinking about selling noble metals at some point, probably soon. Once we get rid of this generator, I think this could be a door going into the medbay. We'll probably end up relocating this hull stabilizer. So we might end up putting up the door over here. I think we gotta relocate this one first to maximize our available room. Let's experiment real quick. This takes up more than half, which means we can't put two side by side in this configuration. What's the radius of these things? Let's actually count. Does it say? Hull stability 101, charging time doesn't say. Okay, so let's count then from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oops. Shoot. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. They have to be 27 squares away from each other. So looking at the whole length of the hull here, it's going to be... So what's 82 divided by 27? It's going to be like 3, I think. Resketch. We don't need this one either, probably. There we go. Okay, let me just do the calculator real quick to make sure my mental math is correct. 82 divided by 27. Yeah, so you're going to be able to fit 3 hull stabilizers, and that's it. Oops. Almost terminated the stream by accident there in mid-sentence. I clicked on the wrong thing. Fortunately, the streaming software was like, "Are you sure?" And I was like, "Wait, no." Let's check out the neighboring sectors here. We have no enemies. I'm thinking about moving down our hyperdrives to make room for one more hyperdrive. But I want to make sure we have an ample reserve of tech blocks and infra blocks before we do that, because we can't actually move them. We have to dismantle and then build hull and then build a new one. Okay, here's our new composter coming online. What's our biomatter look like right now? We're up to 82, so we're still going way up, despite the fact that we got 3 composters running now. I think 5 will be enough. We'll see. We're starting to go over our limit, so it's definitely time to do that hyperdrive upgrade as soon as we have the tech blocks available. In fact, I think I'm going to cancel this for now. We'll build that after we're done with the hyperdrive. Now I'm just waiting for the advanced assembler and the recycler and the assembler to crank out infra blocks and tech blocks. So we can afford to just sit here and let our industry do its thing. So we're not in any threat right now. Let's check our assembler queue here. Less than 4. How many blocks does it actually take? Okay, this is that should be fine. So by the time we're done meeting the assembly threshold, or the production threshold, we'll have enough to do the new hyperdrive. Okay, shield generator research is done. Very cool. Did we do the X2 already? We're still working on that. No, not yet. Okay, so I'm waiting for one more infra block before we do the rebuild here. Okay, we're good. So we're gonna demolish. Let's check for... Okay, we have no enemies in neighboring sectors. Okay. And we gotta wait for the whole construction. Here we go. Now let's get that hyperdrive online. Hopefully it's already covered by the power. It is. Looking at evaluating our whole stabilizer position here, we can't fit one there. Can't fit one there. So yeah, we are gonna... I think if we want to fit a third one, we are gonna have to move the one that we have up here to the front of the ship. Okay, that was pretty painless. I think we can afford to go ahead and do the last one here. Again, checking for neighboring badness. We're fine. Might have a little bit of a temperature control issue here. Now we have so much breathing room for hyperdrive construction. Should be able to fit 2 hyperdrives there, I think. And then we got a whole bunch of space here. We can use that for grow beds, or power, or med bays. This would be a great place to build our X2 generator, I think, once the research is done. You ran low on hull blocks, that's okay. I'll check on the temperature in a minute once we actually finish with the hyperdrive construction. There we go. Okay, let's see if we can fit another one in here. We can. Okay, so that one's done. I'm actually going to move this one down, and then we can build another one if we want to, which I think we probably should. Okay, so now we actually have bought ourselves enough space to do an actual move here, so we don't have to reallocate the resources for this. Okay, and then let's... I think there's some high temperature, or... What is the shimmering going on here? Something to do with lighting from the LEDs on the walls, maybe. Okay, we're out of hull blocks. Have to wait for one to be manufactured before we can actually build another drive. Here we go. Perfect. We actually need 2 of them, I guess. I didn't realize it took 2 hull blocks per thing. Thought it was only 1. We got time, though. So with this, we've left 2 rows here, and the reason that I do this is because the X1 upgraded drives are a little bit longer than the Hyperion hyperdrives, so we have the option to upgrade these later and get more space efficiency and maybe fuel economy. Looking at temperature here. Temperature here is still nominal. Pretty happy about that. Didn't expect that. It's going to be an issue once we... let's say it's going to be an issue once we... do the thing. And I can't think of the name of it right now. Once we go into a radiation sector, that's what I wanted to say. Okay, we can think about opening this up and putting another solar panel in here. I think we should probably do that. And then we could trim the whole little tiny bit here. Okay, let's put in some life support. Thermal regulator, we'll put another one. I want a wall regulator, sorry. Here we go. Probably need one more somewhere at some point. There we go. Perfect. Okay, we're low on hull blocks, that's fine. We're gonna give our crew another sleep cycle, I think, to get caught up and sort out the missing industry stuff. Actually, we're down to 9 blue crystals, so we should probably get going soonish. Working on the X2, perfect. Alright, I think we're ready to launch. Taking them in a sweet time. I guess he was like, I'm gonna eat breakfast, or I'm gonna eat dinner before I go sit on the nav console. I guess that makes sense. You know, if you're not in a hurry in an emergency situation. Like, yeah, I'm gonna eat before I go fly the ship to another sector so I don't get hungry while I'm in transit, get distracted. Not that the AI thinks about it that hard, they're just like, I'm in the middle of a task. I'm not going to finish my task before I do what the player told me to do. Some raw chemicals. I'm not even going to bother picking up the base metals here. Let's start working on that solar panel space conversion. I'm going to move this here. We can also start our new composter. I'm gonna wait till we have some infra block availability, actually, before we build any more stuff. It's always good to have like 1 or 2 infra blocks in reserve for like if you have to build a door in a hurry because you got a hole punched in something or whatever. Or even just building new walls. Is taking a nap. Seems like we have a steady food supply for the crew. Oh, we actually have surplus food now. How about that? We finally got caught up. Finally got enough grow beds to get ahead of the curve. So now we have 5 root vegetables, 2 fruits, 2 artificial meat. So it looks like we're still behind the curve on seeds and nuts, but we're kind of caught up on the other stuff. That's okay. We're in pretty good shape there. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and move these things down. Delete that wall. And jump. I think our next project after the X2 is going to be figuring out the hull stabilizer situation. Pretty sure we checked that out already. We haven't checked out either of these side sectors because of the pirates and slavers. That's got 2 baddies in it. Let's go the other way. kind of wanting some blue crystals, but we're gonna stop here first as long as the opportunity is presenting itself. We're not in a super hurry to get the blue crystals. I also have some carbon here, which is nice. No real chemicals, though. Okay, let's see. Gordon has your weapon skill coming. Still at level 1. It'd be cool if you could build, like, killer robots that just go onto enemy ships and fight. Looks like there's a hole in the hull there. Not sure how big it is or what's inside. We'll see in a second. Oh, dear Lord. Okay, that's a window, thank God. I thought that whole nest full of aliens was about to lunge directly at me. We have another potential crew member, although they're also potential disease that could infect everybody on board, which I don't like so much. We also have somebody in a cryopod. I'm gonna try to rescue the cryopod person first if we can get through this initial wave of dudes. Okay, we're gonna handle the cryopod Oh. Okay, we gotta slow things down here. Situation is gonna get dicey. Who's our new person? Looks like Ernie? Ernie has weapons too, but he is kind of a coward. We're gonna have him run back to the ship. We could pick this up on the way, though. Okay. And I think we want our guys to back away from this door. Especially Jean, who's currently bleeding. So we could... Kind of wishing we worked in the med bays before we did this exercise, before we fought this particular battle, but that's okay. We'll be fine. We're getting into the hard mode alien territory. I mean, this is... I don't know if this is one nest or two. It might be just one. Okay, let's get at least one medbed online somewhere. Then we can move it to a more optimal location later. Just gonna plunk one down here in the airlock section for now, so that we have somewhere that they can go if they need to. These guys are a little low on oxygen. Can we get over here and get some oxygen that way? Let's do that. It's amazing how quickly they run out. I think we could take up a defensive position here. Oh boy. Oh god. Oh my god. If I could right now, I would flee to the other room, but I don't think we have that luxury. Okay, we could have done like a fighting retreat if we really needed to. But I think we're fine. That was scary. How they started coming in through both doors like that. There's another one over here. Let's try to head that off and kill that guy. How did he do that? He, like, came through a hole in the wall. They really don't like Nadia. Okay, can we shoot through here? Sort of. I'd really like for him to come out into this hallway. Looks like he's working on it. Okay. I really don't want Nadia to die. We're gonna send her back to the shuttle. It's gonna be our casualty shuttle for now. I have the feeling I'm not entirely sure if this is worth the risk. I mean, we are getting a crew member though, so that's a pretty big deal. I think our guys need to heal up and rest though. But man, we're so close to getting into the nest here and killing some eggs. Let's try to get that done. Okay, quick assessment of our overall situation here. So we're down one crew member, we're down to 5 guys. One of them's a pistol guy, so he doesn't really count. I mean, we still got enough to take on a room full of aliens, I think. Let's get this opened. Okay, we could shoot from here. We got them in a bottleneck now, so I'm less worried about our overall situation than I was a minute ago. Okay, I think we got it. We got it in the bag. There's a slight risk that somebody might get hurt if we get another big crawler hatching. Okay, looking good. We're not going to rescue Quinn yet. We're going to come back for that later. One problem at a time. Let's get everybody healed before we deal with potential, like, infections on board. Quinn's gonna be like in suspended animation. They're not gonna take any damage or anything. Okay, Nadia is needing to go over here. You're important to us, Nadia. Don't die. We don't have any medical supplies. Can we manufacture them from the chemical refinery? IV fluid. Yeah, we can swing that. We can't do medical supplies because we don't have fabric, but we do have a couple of medical supplies, so that's okay. Okay, Nadia's healing. That's good. That's the important thing. Now, we wanted to quarantine somebody with, like, a little bit of food. Where would we do that? Need them to have, like, a bathroom and an algae and a bed and an algae dispenser. Basically making, like, a prison section for them, almost. I want to leave this open for more shields. I think it makes sense to have the quarantine thing next to the research. So this is going to be... So that's a wall. This is going to be our algae dispenser. This could be a bed. And this could be... You fit a bathroom in there, and then we need some room for like a spacesuit locker, probably. We can cut into this space a little bit, that'll be alright. That should be enough space. Nadia's healing nicely, that's good. Okay, Dolb. You're doing botany. Let's bother somebody who's less important. Ernie. You're a new guy. You have the whippy trait. You're mainly good at construction and operations. Let's make sure that he's got appropriate skills, and let's put him on the second shift, because he's a non-combatant. There we go. Operations and maintenance and construction. Perfect. Okay. And he's also good at... Oh, he's really good at navigation, too. Okay, anyway, Ernie, you're gonna take a shuttle over, and... No, we'll wait for this to be done. Okay, food... Algae dispenser. We could actually put this here and then put a spacesuit locker behind it. Okay, furniture. Let's make it a bunk bed in case we ever have to put multiple people in quarantine. Let's figure out where the toilet's gonna go first. Okay, toilet goes here. Walls. Slightly miscalculated the space here. We can start allocating the blocks for the toilet, and then move it once the whole construction is done. This can double as a prison section. When we start taking prisoners later. Although we're getting towards the end of our playthrough here, so we might not end up doing that before the end of this. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so here is a bunk bed. Okay, and then here is a convenient chair for sitting. So we don't have enough info blocks. We got a military line ship coming in. Okay, he's got his algae dispenser online at least. Ernie, why don't you go over and rescue our new friend over there? Where's the best place to dock? I guess it's still over here. Presumably these guys were shipmates. So they should know each other, and they should be on the same team. Thank God you're here. I was worried I'd be hanging out here forever. Oh, they're from the Android Collective. Oh, we're getting an Android crew member. Yeah! Let's bring them on board. Surely they're not a killer robot, and it'll be fine. What do we have here in terms of resources? Ooh, lots of goodies. We're gonna expedite all that. Let's get Quinn back to the ship first. Okay, so Quinn... I don't know how androids get infected, but you're gonna be in quarantine until we figure that out. Okay. You're gonna be without a toilet until we've got some more soft blocks manufactured, unfortunately. What's our soft block manufacturing threshold? 1. Okay, MAS Derelict Dege, welcome to the sector. Clearly nothing untoward is happening here. We got some carbon in the area, that's cool. Blue crystals, very good. We got some hyperfuel to sell you. Great trade there. We're okay on ice right now. We could use some medical supplies, I think. Now that we're starting to get our med beds online. We could potentially sell you some plastic. We don't have a ton of carbon, but we could spare a few units to make some money. And you can sell us energy blocks, which we don't have many of, and we're going to need a bunch for building like shields and weapons and stuff, so I think that's a good trade for us. Sell one more plastic unit for that. And what's our Hyperium like? Still a bit low in raw chemicals. Yeah, I think this is a good trade. Got a lot of stuff that we're ready to build once the industry is available. Let's have... Oh, he doesn't have a bed yet, Quinn. That's okay. He can sleep in there. It's fine. He's got access to food. Okay, we got everything from the ship here. Energy scrap we could start taking. Yeah, for scrap we could start taking. We can make another blue crystal here. I'm going to use a bunch of soft scrap in the very near future, so we'll start taking that as well. Maybe I don't need the ice that badly. Let's get the carbon first. We have a bunch of guys that are slightly injured, but we have a medbed available, and nobody's like bleeding to death, so I think we're okay. We need to build cryopods for our new people. It's going to be a little while before we leave the sector, so we don't necessarily have to worry about that right away. Feeling ill. Seems like he's okay there. We should probably expand this a little bit more and put a med bed in here. I don't know if that's the thing that we can do. Okay, he's actually feeling better. Quinn's fine now. So we can open this. See the robots crawling over the ship here while the crew's asleep. Oh yeah, can we send you to the medbed to get your hauler slashes healed? Alright, I think we're going to wrap up our Space Haven there for tonight. I want to say thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you're watching on Twitch, stick around for a minute. If you're watching on YouTube, if you enjoy the stream and it's your first time checking it out, don't forget to subscribe. It's free. And I will see you next time. Take care.